Original Sin, the book about Joe Biden's decline and alleged efforts to cover it up by Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson. I talked to them today. Here are the 5 biggest revelations from that book.
The extent of his aging, the extent of the decline, they were hiding that from the American people.
Number 1, the evidence of Biden's decline goes further back than we previously thought. In the book, folks started to get concerned as early as 2015 when he was still vice president and around the time that his son Beau had died.
The extent of it was as bad as we saw the night of the debate until 2023, 2024.
Number 2 revelation in the book, Original Sin, Illinois Congressman Mike Quigley was on a trip to Ireland with Biden and was stunned at what he noticed. He saw Biden do an event and then go stand by himself and go vacant. He says it reminded him of his father who had died of Parkinson's.
He also notices that Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, it seems to be sort of trying to control Joe Biden's energy, saying, hey, you said you were going to rest, you said you were going to rest. You could sort of see the apparatus around the president.
And he games it out about going forward, saying something, and he just concludes that there's nothing he could really say or do that would be listened to or believed.
Number 3 big revelation from the book, Original Sin, the close circle around President Biden went to great lengths to shield his condition, even from his cabinet members, stage managing those meetings and fundraisers, including one here in Chicago where Bill Daley attended, saw Biden speak from a teleprompter and said he was shocked that Biden needed a teleprompter to speak.
And the hosts of the fundraiser balked initially about, well, we don't need a teleprompter here, but they were told by the advance team for the Biden campaign, you have to have it. He needs it.
Biden's pollsters couldn't reach him. His cabinet members couldn't reach him. Senior aides in the White House would go months without actually seeing the president.
Number 4 big revelation from the book, Original Sin, George Clooney hosts a high-dollar fundraiser in Hollywood. He goes up to President Biden and he's shocked by the fact that President Biden doesn't seem to know who he is.
And this isn't George Clooney with his hair dyed to be Edward R. Murrow in Good Night and Good Luck. This isn't George Clooney with some beard for a character. This is the George Clooney we all know, we all would recognize, and Clooney is stunned because the president doesn't seem to know who he is.
Number 5 big revelation from the book, Original Sin, and there's an Illinois connection here. Governor Pritzker makes calls right after Joe Biden drops out to see if there's any chance anyone would support him running for president before he ultimately threw his endorsement behind Kamala Harris.
The Biden people very successfully conveyed to the country that any criticism of Biden was only helping Trump. And that to this day is a Democratic, capital D, Democratic mindset, where any discussion of what we all went through for this book, that we detail in this book, any discussion of how we got Trump with this gaslighting by Biden is met with a, why aren't you covering Trump? Why aren't you covering Trump? We are covering Trump. I cover Trump every day. Alex covers Trump all the time. But we also need to look at what just happened to our country, and this decision by Biden to run for re-election and to hide what was happening to him, that's part of how we got where we are.